Hey guys, Mark here. Thank you for joining me. This tutorial is going to show you how to finish round kumihimo bracelets. It includes using hardware and, besides making the bracelet even more beautiful, it makes it adjustable. Here I have an example of a bracelet finished using this sort of a closure technique. On both sides of my braid, I have a cord end, also referred to as a cord cap. These have attachment points here and here. On one end, we have a clasp attached. On the other end, we have a chain. By hooking our clasp onto different points in our chain, we can make either a short bracelet, a medium length one, or a really long one like this. Let's take a look at the parts. The end with the clasp consists out of a cord end or cap, a jump ring, and a clasp. The end with the chain consists out of a cord end, a jump ring, and an extender chain. The extender chain sometimes has a little bead or charm at the end. These can be hearts, skulls, teardrops, something like that. Now you can find the hardware that you need in sets. So here I have pretty much everything I need. I have cord ends, I have jump rings, clasps, extender chains, and even beads or charms for the ends of the chains. This is the teardrop style. These are not that expensive and they give you a lot of options. So, to start out, maybe get something like this. Besides the hardware, you're going to need a piece of strong glue. The E6000 is very popular in the jewelry making scene. To secure my braid, I'm going to be using a short piece of thread. A lighter is going to be optional, you can use it for a bit of melting. To finish off our list, we're going to need a pair of scissors and nose pliers to open up the jump rings. To make a bracelet, I braided a short length of kumihimo braid. Usually I braid about half an inch to an inch longer than I actually need. Now one end is already fairly secure. The other one here needs to be secured using a piece of thread. For now, I'm going to leave my braid in the disc since I don't want it unraveling. I'm going to secure this part either with a constrictor knot or, in my case, using a short whipping. To secure this top part, I'm going to take a piece of thread, fold one end, like this, into a bight, place the bight on top of my braid, then, using the long end, I'm going to do about 4 to 5 wraparounds, wrapping from right towards the left. One wrap next to the other. So 4, 5. Then I'm going to push this long end bottom up through the bight tighten up this other end a little bit. Move my whipping all the way to where I want it to be. So let's say here. Pull this left end to the center of your wrapping turns. Then pull on both ends to lock your whipping into place. Here is the same whipping process a lot more up close. So, take a piece of thread, fold the end into a bight. Place the bight on top of your braid. Take the long end, do 4 to 5 wraparounds. Feed the long end bottom up through this loop or bight on the left. So, bottom up. Tighten up your bight by pulling on this right end. Move your whipping to the spot where you want it. Pull this long end under the wraparounds to the center. Then pull on both of your ends to lock down your whipping. Do this firmly. Next, what we're going to do is cut these ends, everything from here on. Cut the 2 ends of thread. Then do a bit of melting if possible. So melt the 2 ends of the thread. Press them on like this. Then, optionally, also melt these ends here at the very end. At this point, both ends of the braid should be ready for the cord ends or caps. So for now, let's just try if they fit. We're going to proceed by gluing them on. Do the gluing outside if possible, or in a well-ventilated spot. I'm going to let the glue dry for a couple of hours. When the glue dries, we install the rest of our hardware. A jump ring, a clasp, close it back up. A second jump ring, an extender chain, close it back up. We are done. We can now attach our clasp to any point in the chain, closing off our bracelet. So guys, this is one of many ways of finishing round kumihimo bracelets. It looks good, it's adjustable, it just works. Thank you very much for joining me today, see ya next time.